Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CRM Analytics video session 52. So basically in today's video, we will further continue with the compute expression. And there's a very important concept which I'm going to explain you today. So first of all, I wanted to show you one thing. So in this opportunities, right? In this opportunity, if I open one of them, okay. I think you all know that there's a particular process which we follow, isn't it? In opportunity, fine. Now, what happens to get this particular process? Like at first we have prospecting, then comes the qualification, need analysis, value proposition, idea decision, perception, appraisal, and negotiation, right? Now, the problem with that is, I can't go by the step-by-step process. Let's say the client wants to see like how many records are there in prospecting, qualification, need analysis, and they want to see it step by step. Fine. In that case, that won't be possible because let's say in this count of rows, if I bring in the stage, isn't it? So what is happening is, let's say if this stage, see, one option is I can do it descending order, the count of rows, which showing me like how many are there in closed one, closed lot. So it's in each stage, how many numbers are there based on that is giving me the sorting order, right? So that is one thing which we don't require. And let's say if I do the sorting on stage, it is done in alphabetical order. If you see the value proposition, qualification, all those things, it is happening in alphabetical order, the sorting of it. Okay, let's say if I do it in sort ascending, it will happen in alphabet, first and close. But let's say the client, what they want to see in this particular chart is that each stage is coming as a step-by-step process. Like at first we have prospecting, and then we have qualification, need analysis. So that is something the client wants to see. So how we can actually go ahead and create that scenario, fine, because the client is saying, okay, this is giving me the total number of um, opportunity records in each of them, but it's making me a bit confused where I'm not able to see the step-by-step process for the stage. Okay, so how many records are there in first stage, how many records are in second stage, how many records are in third stage, and based on that I want to push it to the next stage, right? And this particular graph will not give you that exact picture. Okay, now to obtain that scenario, what we are going to do is I have already opened the Analytics Studio. So here there's a way to do it, which is a little bit of tedious process, and you can apply this for other parts as well. Okay, for different kind of database if they have a step-by-step process. Now here, if I go to data flow, so we have to create a new field. And what I'm going to do is I will just give the numbering of that stage. For example, for this one, first of all, let me go to object manager and let me first find out that stages. Okay, so let me go to opportunity, and from the backend, let me check that quickly stage, and let me just copy all the step-by-step process of the stage which we have. So here I have this particular field called stage, and this is the way it's happening, right? I mean, this is the probability, like in the prospecting 10%, then qualification, the need analysis, value proposition. This is how the pipeline is actually moving, if you see, right? So for example, here, for this particular part which I created, right? The best would be the pipeline, I feel. Where is the pipeline? Let me check it. Origami funnel, uh, pipeline. Okay, 1 minute. Give me a moment. Okay. So here I have something called as origami. Let's say select that. This is basically a pipeline. Origami is nothing but a pipeline kind of a chart. Okay. Now the problem here is we are not able to see the step-by-step process of that stages. Okay, which is a little bit of problematic. Like here, even if I go for sort descending, okay, it's not working out for me. So the clients want to see the step-by-step process, like how many are in, let's say that one, whatever is the first stage, prospecting, that qualification, all those things the client wants to see. Okay, it can be better represented in a funnel chart. So in a funnel chart, we can represent in a better way, and the clients want to see like what are the values which are there in each one of the uh, pipeline of that particular stage. Okay, so for that one, what I'm going to do is I will quickly open my notepad plus plus. I have to create one SQL I have to write one SQL query basically, and I will give it a state sorted. Okay. The name will be state sorted, which is fine. I will write something like case when, okay, stage is equal to prospecting. Let me very quickly check. I think the API name is stage name, if I'm not wrong. Mm, Okay, it is stage name, huh? So let me write here stage name, and you give double equal to, okay. Then it will be, I will just repeat the same thing, but I will just insert something like 0, 1 over there. Okay. At first, I will insert something like 0, 1. Fine. Now we will repeat this same stuff. So this one, then this one. Let me put an enter. After when, if I press a backspace, okay, cool. Fine. Then again this one, and now I will just copy each of that values from here. So the next one I have is qualification, right? So I will put qualification over here, okay, as well as over here, and this will be my 0 2. Fine. And the next one I have is need analysis. So let me put need analysis over here. Okay, need analysis over here. Let me put it as much of a, let me put it as 0 3. Okay. Then I have something called as value proposition. Then I have something called as ID decision makers. And put an enter over here. Then I have something called as perception analysis. Okay, let me do one thing. First of all, let me copy all this once again. Then I have negotiation or review, right? So let me put over here after it is perception, right? Perception of, no, sorry. After perception, we have this one, proposal or price quote. Okay. And this will be seventh one. Okay. I hope I'm going by the proper one. Yeah. Then we have negotiation or review. Then you have the closed one. And finally, let me copy this once again. Ah, so at last we have this lose lost. Okay. Let me put the close lost as last, and let me give it as something like 10. Fine. Or what I can do is, instead of writing else close lost, else let me write it as close lost. Okay, because anyhow this is a compulsory field. So let me write it as else 10 close lost, and let me write end. Okay. So I have written in this manner that when my stage name is prospecting, give it as one prospecting for this new field stage sorted. And when is qualification 2 qualification need analysis, it will be 3 need analysis. Okay, there's a bit of a gap over here. Need analysis. Okay. Then I have value prospecting. 4 will be value prospecting. That's what is coming over here. Fine. When it is ID decision makers, it should be 5 ID decision makers. Perception analysis, 6 perception analysis. Proposal of price code. There also I have a space. Let me correct this. Okay. Then if the negotiation, I'm putting the appropriate numbers basically as per the order. I'm putting the appropriate number because this is my perfect order of this stage pipeline. Okay. That's the perfect order of this stage in this pipeline of the opportunity. Now what I'm going to do is I will just create this new field called state sorted. Okay. Here, let me put this particular statement, copy this and let me just put it over here. Fine. And now one thing I missed, that is I haven't given the single quotes. Here, of course, it won't matter because anyhow it's a field name. So that's fine. But usually it's a best practice to give the single quotes. Okay. So let me just tell you that part, that it's always a best practice to give the single quotes. And I will explain you when, we actually we will like learn it once we go for that augment node. We already learned it, but why this is very necessary. So when there's a particular augmented field and if we are referencing that, then without the single quotes, actually it will throw an error for you. Okay. So that's why the field name always putting in single quotes is a best practice. Fine. And even though if I would have run this without putting the single quotes for that stage name, it would have run successfully. But as I told you, you always have to follow the best practice because this doesn't work out if it is an augmented field name. And I will show you, okay, in one of the session. Uh, I will show you that example. Don't worry. Yeah. But yeah, for now, I think that's fine. Let me click on save, propagate. Let me click on update. And let me click on the run data flow. Okay. So let me go back to the data monitor and let's kind of monitor this. So as you can see, this ran successfully. Now what I'm going to do is, I will just open this derived field dataset. Okay. Now, yeah, leave this. Now here, if I bring this stage sorted, no, if I bring the stage and let's say I bring the stage sorted as well. Okay. Now what is going to happen is here, if you see, if I arrange the stage sorted, right? If I arrange the stage sorted, 1 minute, let me first clear out all the sort. Okay. Let me clear out all the sort. Let me clear out the sort from here. Let me clear out from here. Okay, that's fine. Now the state sorted, if I just go for descending order, right? Why it's coming close loss 2 times? Prospecting. Did I miss something related to prospecting? I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 1 is also not showing up? This prospecting, it's coming as closed lots, which is strange. What happened with prospecting? Let me check it once again. Prospecting, then it should be prospection. Okay, I think I have a field called prospecting. Why I've written prospection? That's very strange. 1 minute, huh? Okay, it should be prospecting. I have written prospection. I shouldn't have done that. Anyways, let me very quickly do this. Let me very quickly correct this. Okay, it should be prospecting and not prospection. Okay, let me click on save, propagate. Let me update and let me run the data flow. Fine. And for now, very quickly, let us monitor this. Okay, so as you see, this ran successfully. Now, once again, I will just refresh this. Okay. And now if you see, if I bring in my stage as well as the stage sorted, okay. And this stage sorted, I think now it's fine. Okay. Now this stage sorted, if I just move it to, okay, first of all, let me clear all the sorts from everywhere else. Otherwise, it will be confusing. Okay. Now the state sorted, if I go for sort descending, right? You see it's showing me in descending order, all this thing. And after that, what I'm going to do is I will just hide this particular state sorted. Okay. So there's an option called hide. I will just hide that. So currently that numbers won't appear with that field because I've given the number. But right now you see it's arranged in the descending order. It's exactly arranged in that order which we want to see. Now, if I go for this funnel, right, this will make more sense to the client. Okay. You see, now it's making much more sense to the client, where for prospecting, it's at the below. It's at the below of the funnel, right? The prospecting, we have number as 19. Then comes the stage qualification where they see, of course, they have to convert like quite a lot from prospecting to the next. I mean, prospecting is there, that's fine. But why they, if they want to convert, they know there are 19 of them. Okay. Then we have very less number over here, 11. So they can quickly go from 11 to, so what is your 11? Proposal or price quote to this one, negotiation review. Okay. So this is much more helpful to the client, which meets the requirement where they want to see the exact order of the stages in that particular pipeline. Okay. So that was about this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.